Gennady Golovkin against David Lemieux. It's now or never for Golovkin, as he himself, tonight will be the first time that David Lemieux, how his two older brothers died. And that festers in his consciousness to this
59, 1/2 pound. This Olympic medal at 159 3/4 pounds.
This fight at any moment, both are lights out punchers. Golovkin has established space with that jab, and he's not letting Lemieux in. Jab, jab, jab.
It's like an experienced fighter against a guy who can fight, but...
First round for Golovkin, but an effective first round so far, as he's landing his jab, and Lemieux hasn't landed much of anything. Jab, jab. With Russ Anber and brought in Ramsey, and the general consensus is he's been a better fighter since then. Golovkin lands a right hand. Golovkin lands another right hand. Lemieux trying to be more aggressive in this round, lands a jab, and gets inside for the first time. You wonder how long Lemieux's confidence is going to hold up under this constant jab assault.
Yeah, that jab is killing his confidence by the second.
He's not missing.
It's not a normal jab Golovkin throws. It's a jab that lands like some right hands.
Kind of like Kovalev's jab.
It snaps Lemieux's head back and disorients him.
Little left hook lands for Golovkin. Jab lands. Right hand was blocked, but knocked Lemieux back a little bit anyway. Jab.
You a lot of credit too, though, Jim. Like you say, he didn't have to take this fight for his first title defense.
There's Lemieux trying to do it the right way, coming in behind the jab and throwing the right hand.
Well, for the moment, give Lemieux all the credit in the world, because no other high-quality middleweight wanted to do this.
That's my point. So I think it should be mentioned that he's in a fight that he didn't have to get into, one that he knows he was going to be the underdog coming into, but he's here trying to give it all he has, and he really wants to try to win it.
And he's earned a lot of respect from boxing fans for stepping up and doing what he's doing here. Golovkin with good defense. Lemieux hasn't been able to pierce it so far. And that jab just keeps coming. Flowing like water. Body shot. Jab again. Jab again. Hook.
And it's just a jab. Jab to the face. Jab to the face. Jab keeping him at bay. Doing a wonderful job using that long jab to keep Lemieux out of punching harm so that Lemieux can't land a big punch on him, and he can attack Lemieux first because...
I'm going to say something that you may say is totally stupid. You know what's bothering me about this fight? What's bothering me about this fight is I don't think David Lemieux's got a game plan. I mean, you got to have some game plan to fight Gennady Golovkin. Either you're going to circle, or you're going to move in and get your shots off, or whatever. You got to have a game plan. He's walking in, and he's getting blasted by the left jab, and the left jab is setting up solid right hands, and Golovkin's murdering him. I mean, if I were fighting Golovkin...
And talk about getting hit. There was the left hook, and Lemieux is hurt. And here goes Golovkin. Looking to finish already in round number 4. Hammers Lemieux with another left hook. Straight right hand up the middle. Left hook again. And here we go. And the Canadian star is hanging in. Hasn't been to the canvas yet, but Golovkin is landing big.
Legs are getting weak, Jim.
Lemieux came in as an enormous underdog, and so far the fight's gone according to Hoyle.
Yeah, he's an even bigger underdog now, based on what we're seeing here. Now, everybody knows that Lemieux has the power to turn it around at any one moment, but Golovkin is so thoroughly tactically in control that it prompts Harold Letterman to say, for instance, I don't even think Lemieux has a plan.
Casey the skills of Triple G. He throws a beautiful left hook while blocking a beautiful left hook at the same time. Lemieux threw his without defense, but Triple G threw his with absolute
aspect of a potential gradual beatdown. But of course, again, Lemieux could turn it around because of his enormous power. Hard right hand for Golovkin.
Get hooked to the back of the head by Lemieux, too.
And by the way, we haven't even mentioned referee Steve Willis. Haven't said his name yet. Which is a credit to both fighters because there have been no clinches, no holding, nothing unusual. They're just firing away.
Oh, good uppercut.
Jab, uppercut combination. Hard right hand by Lemieux. Best punch of the fight so far. Landed on glove balance.
That's exactly right, Jim. His feet are always spread, always set to accept or give punches.
Abel Sanchez has taught Golovkin as a mnemonic to constantly keep his shoulders balanced, and says if you remember to keep your shoulders on a flat plane, then your body will never tip over too much to one side or another, and your feet will always be solid underneath you.
Oh, that body shot hurt, Jim.
Down goes Lemieux, and Golovkin hit him once while he was down.
6, 7, 8. You all right? David, you all right? Are you okay? You're sure?
First knockdown of the fight, and Lemieux is lucky that there are only a few seconds left in the round. That was only the second time.
Just like Chocolatito, head, then followed by a beautiful body shot, left body shot to the liver, and you saw him go down, but this was a bad punch. I would have gotten disqualified for that punch.
That's right. You already did get disqualified for that punch against Montel Griffin.
Might have got banned from boxing for that.
And he's fighting with supreme concentration, absolute devotion to the task, and has been tremendous so far. How discouraged is Lemieux after the knockdown? Only the second time in his career he's tasted the canvas. There's another hard right hand by Golovkin. Lemieux backs into the ropes. Jab, jab, right cross.
Keeping that pressure on him, Jim.
Hard left hand by Lemieux. Landed his money punch right on Golovkin's chin. And that momentarily shook up Gennady Golovkin.
And gave him a little confidence. And that may have taken it right back. We good now.
You got him back.
Yeah, we got him
Right
back.
hand by Lemie.
That's why I said we good now.
I thought.
We've seen this from Golovkin before. His concentration seems to wane after he's taken control of a fight.
And that was a good body shot by Lemieux just then, though.
Might have been low, but it was a good idea.
Yeah, it was a wonderful idea.
And generally, Golovkin becomes more hittable after scoring a knockdown when he's following up on his advantage and feels more secure.
He could win the fight solely with his jab.
Yes, he could.
He could dominate 12 rounds and win a unanimous decision with his jab. But he wants to knock Lemieux out.
Just who he is.
Another big left hook lands for Lemieux. Golovkin showing you he's got that chin.
He's promised a big drama show.
Through the fight. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. I got it 60-53, 6 rounds to nothing, Gennady Golovkin. Hey, Jim, does anybody here get the impression that David Lemieux should have cut his hair before this fight? It seems that his hair's going into his eyes. I mean, you know, it's hurting his vision. In any case, he doesn't make it. Gennady Golovkin keeps working that left jab. Beautiful left jab, right hand combinations. He gets an extra point for the knockdown in round number 5. He's thoroughly ahead in this fight, 6-0, Golovkin.
Harold, you see the hairstyle. You see that Lemieux is regarded as model handsome. That hair is important to him. That haircut is important to him.
Lemieux's a guy who believes in his power. He's not looking for a way out here.
Not at all. Good hook by Triple G.
Right hand over the top by Triple G. Lemieux had a lot on the missed left hook.
That jab is killing Lemieux's nose.
And ruining his concentration. As I said early in the fight, how many jabs can he eat and continue to remember the task and what he's supposed to do?
Good body
shot by Lemieux with the right hand.
Oh, good hook by Lemieux.
Yeah, that was a 2-3, a right hand followed by a left hook, and then another one.
Hard right hand by Golovkin. Lemieux is hurt against the ropes.
Turn Lemieux sideways.
Gennady's got him cornered. of his 33 previous prize fights. So he is making a target of David Lemieux.
Hat still goes off to David Lemieux, though, because a lot of us never expected Lemieux to last this long with such a big puncher as Triple G, and he's been doing a great job of surviving, not only surviving, but having chances with those big punches that he's throwing.
Right, I don't know that he's in the fight, but he remains apparently dangerous and is able here and there to land something on Gennady.
Well, he's been shown a form of respect in that Golovkin is relying on the jab more than any other punch and more than ever before. He's already broken his own record for landed jabs in a fight. He's boxing much of the time instead of slugging away. All of that is a form of respect for David Lemieux's punching power.
If Gennady sets his own personal record for punches landed against a fighter, in a sense, that fighter's the toughest guy he's fought.
Exactly. Good right hand by
Hard left hook, hammered Lemieux. Good right hand by Lemieux, but the uppercut by Golovkin drives him back into the ropes. The body shot hurt him again. Steve Willis is going to stop the fight. Technical knockout for Golovkin in the 8th.
There's a one-sided, lopsided mismatch beatdown, and Lemieux earned this date tonight. He beat some good fighters to get here.
Willing and ready to go. There are the jabs. Caught a hook and still throw a beautiful overhand right, much like we saw him do in the fight with Gil. Take a big punch and land a bigger punch.
There's a body shot coming in here somewhere.
Triple G's on the attack right here. He throws that jab, beautiful overhand right. Another jab, right hand, left jab, another right hand.
We never talked about the footwork, Roy, the closing down the ring, but that's another big part of this.
And that was the body shot, and there you saw him look.
Yeah, the body shot really
ended. And that's why the referee stopped the fight.
Yeah.
He should have taken a knee there if he wanted to continue, but his pride probably wouldn't let him go down.